Hi, my name is Andy Lewis. As well as being an RE teacher, I'm the author, or one of the authors, of this textbook, which you may well be using for GCSE, whether you're a student or a teacher. The good news is this week, this has been published. I know many people have been waiting for it. It's the revision guide that accompanies the textbook, and what I'm going to do is show you some of the reasons why we think the revision guide is really brilliant and you should get your hands on a copy. Okay, one of the first reasons that this revision guide is absolutely perfect for you if you're using this textbook is it matches. First of all, you can see the front covers are very similar, but if we look here to chapter 3, which is Sources of Wisdom and Authority, 3.1, the Bible. Here we've got 3.1, the Bible. The top of the page is blue, just like in the main textbook, and we've actually used the same structure, the same headings, so it will be familiar to you. In some cases we have reused some of the same images and some of the same diagrams, just to help really cement that information in your memory. Okay, let's take you through the introduction to the book and some of the key features of that. First of all, when you get to the very first bit, you can see that we've got some exam ready tick checklists. So you can tick how you're feeling about each of the sections, and that takes you through the whole of the course, whatever paper options you're doing. After that, we've got some key information on what the exams will be like and about the exam structure, how that will all be set up for you. We've then gone into depth and lots of detail about what the exam questions will look like and what they're asking you for, with some examples just to help you out. We've included some guidance on how your work will be marked, and you can see there one of the tips. As you go through the book, you'll find lots and lots of tips throughout the book. Again, there's some information on how they're going to be marked, just to help you be really clear on exactly what you need for the exam. A little bit there on spelling, punctuation and grammar too, because obviously that features in some of the questions. We've then got some really key information on how you need to improve. Throughout the book, it tells you what you need to work on or what you are practicing with some of the tasks, and here it gives some really good tips to help you improve your answers. All of the OUP books use the structure recap, apply and review, and you can see that on the front cover there, obviously with the final step, which is succeed. What we mean by that is, first of all, an overview of the key information. Once we've done that, we've given you the opportunity to practice it with some structured questions, which I'll show you in just a little bit, as well as some full exam questions. And then the key thing here, we've got the review section, and again I'll show you this in more detail in a little bit, but at the back of the book here you've got all of the answers to all of the questions there to hand. You don't need to look them up online, they're there ready for you. The last thing that we've got in the first section is about some effective revision strategies. This is something that's been very well researched, using a lot of the most up-to-date thinking to really help you practice and do really well in the exams. There's 6 strategies there that should really help you. Okay, you can see we're in the main part of the book now, looking at the Catholic practices section. What we've tried to do is, for each section, try to keep it to 1 page. There's a few that will kind of run onto 2 pages, where we've included some images and some tables, but most of them do fit to 1 page. As I said, there's lots of direct links to the information that you've already revised and learned in class from the textbook. There's very little, if anything, that's new. At the top of the page you can see we've got the essential information for most of the spec points. That's 3 bullet points, which are the absolute vital things that you need to learn. We've obviously then covered everything else in more depth, again using the same headings that we had in the main student textbook, so again it should be familiar to you. We have also obviously tried to include sources of wisdom and authority, in the yellow boxes again to help you make sure that you've got those for the Part C questions. Once you've spent some time learning all of that, we have the apply section at the bottom, which generally gives you an AO1 and an AO2 task. Sometimes these will be a full question, and other times they will be a structured way in helping you to improve your answers. The majority of these questions are brand new that have been written just for this book, but we have also used some of the sample ones as well where they were appropriate. As I said before, there are lots of tips everywhere. Sometimes they're about exam technique, sometimes they're about the knowledge that you need to include, but that apply section is really vital. You can then see at the bottom, it tells you exactly where to find the answers at the back of the book, and it does tell you what the questions are actually testing you on and where to find the skill at the front of the book if that is useful. Okay, this is what you get at the end of each chapter, and I would like to just point out that this is from one of the chapters on St Mark's Gospel, because our revision guide does actually include Islam and St Mark's Gospel, so it covers any papers that you may well be doing. Not all the revision guides do that. So what you can see is the exam practice generally takes 3 or 4 pages, okay? And so what we've done is we have one model answer, one partially completed answer, and one for you to do yourself. And we've got that for A, for B, for C, and for D. So again, if we just have a look at the 5 mark of the Part C's, it's got one student answer there. Again, lots of tips to help you. It's then got some boxes to really help you structure the answer. Obviously, if you don't need to use that, you could just answer the question straight away. What we then always include is one more at the bottom, so you can do it completely on your own. Again, here you can see it for D. We've written out a model answer for you, giving you a structured approach followed by an extra question, again telling you where you can find the answers to these and the skills as they are at the beginning. So there's one of these sections, so effectively 12 questions to practice on top of the 2 that are on each page for every section. We do think there's around about 330 questions, exam style questions for you to use in this book. As I said before, all of the answers are at the back of the book, including for those the exam practice, so every single question is answered for you. Some of them are written in bullet point form, some of them are written as model answers. There's both there for you to work through. The very last thing at the back of the book, just to help you when you're writing all of your flashcards and learning all of your keywords, obviously is a glossary. So these are all the words that we believe it'll be very useful for you to know. Obviously make sure that you're not learning the Islam words if you're doing Judaism and the Jewish words if you are doing Islam, but apart from that, all of these words will be vital for you to learn in preparation for your GCSE exams. I hope you found the talk through of the new revision guide very useful. I hope it's persuaded you to either buy a copy for yourself or to buy a copy for your students. At the minute they are available for £6 if you contact your OUP rep. That deal will run out very, very soon, so act quickly. The RRP is £9.99. They are available from Amazon and all good bookshops. I'll put some links in the bottom of this, but I would urge you to go through your OUP rep, particularly if you're a school, so you can get that discount. I hope it's really useful. I look forward to hearing your feedback, and I wish you every success with your GCSE exams after using this book. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.